Moving on, World Bank has raised India's GDP prediction. It's been revised to 6.6% now. My colleague from NDTV, Prophet Vishwanath Nair, has more details on this.
The World Bank in its latest Global Economic Prospects report has said that India is going to be the fastest growing economy in the world, at least amongst the larger economies out there, growing at about 6.7% per year for 3 consecutive financial years between FY24 and FY26. Now, remember that FY24 growth expectations are set at about 8.2%. That's what the government's advanced estimates, government's latest estimates suggest. 8.2% for FY24. That is a whole 190 basis points higher than what the World Bank had originally expected. Having said that, in the coming years, that growth is likely to slow down a little bit, primarily because of a high base effect in FY24. But despite that slowdown in growth, India will continue to remain the fastest growing economy in the world, is what the World Bank is saying. It is also saying that industrial activity, especially manufacturing, construction, as well as services, both have contributed to the high growth that FY24 witnessed. Going ahead, what World Bank is expecting is that the domestic demand is likely to be robust. You're likely to see an investment surge, primarily led by the government, and then later private investment coming in, and that inflation within the Indian economy continues to remain within the RBI's tolerance band of 4% or plus and minus 2%. So that these are factors that are helping India's growth story. Alongside that, of course, the trade deficit has been narrowing across the South Asian region, specifically in India. Overall, in the South Asian region, inflation has remained elevated, except in India, where that inflation number remains within the tolerance band. But going ahead, this is likely to remain within range, remain range bound. And for the broader economy, it is likely to continue at a level which is acceptable for the RBI. Now, what the World Bank's Global Economic Prospects report is also suggesting is that for the first time in 3 years globally, you're likely to see growth stabilizing, because remember, for the last couple of years, that growth has been sliding even after even after the COVID pandemic ended. So those are some green shoots that are showing up on a global scale. But of course, for the India story, things are looking really, really good.